What's up, guys? Yet another video. Like I said, probably like 4 or 5 videos ago, I'm probably gonna try to make a video every week, and then eventually bump it to like 2 videos a week, probably max. But yeah, just trying to get more productive and shit like that, and grind and all that. As far as I know, I'm not even trying to be some fucking YouTube star or anything, it'd just be cool to make some type of side income and talking about shit I'm passionate about. Uh, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm just doing this shit because I want to for now. But yeah, we'll get to it. So I'm going over 3 debut full lengths that blew me away off rip. So why I say off rip is because, for one, there's a lot of bands, albums, debuts that I might have listened to, and like I might have enjoyed it. I might have not really had an opinion on it, and some I might have not have even liked. Not that I hated it, but it was like, it's all right, and I really like it. So there's been multiple instances for me personally of like albums I listen to, and I'm just like, oh, it's all right. It's not that good. And then, something in my head, I'm just like, I want to keep listening. I want to give it more of a chance. So, I just listened to it 3 more times, 5 more times, maybe even like 20 more times. Funny story. I know I've said this before, probably in other videos or at least on Instagram or some shit, but for Vothana, like, obviously a lot of people know I don't shut the fuck up about that project. First album I heard was the debut, or unless you consider Crown of Victory, but we'll just say Never to Submit, the debut. I listened to that was probably almost 3 years ago. It was probably the later half of 2022, so not quite 3 years ago. But I listened to that, and it's not. I wasn't to the far end of, oh, I don't like it that much, or you know what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it's not that good. It was different for me, and I thought it was like, I didn't know what to think of it really. So maybe you could put that in like all right. I thought it was all right, but just it was interesting to me, and that's why I kept revisiting it, and that's why I'm the fucking retarded Vothana fan I am now. But obviously, I'm not going to include that because the albums I'm going over are going to be shit that like blew me away off rip, like no compromise. Like, I heard maybe the first 30 seconds, couple minutes, I'm like, damn, I know I'm gonna like the rest of this album. So first off, or the first record we're gonna go over, we're doing 3, and these aren't in any particular order. So yeah, so we'll get to it. First one is Strength and Honor by Satanic Warmaster. The debut full length. Obviously, you have Black Metal Commando, which I think was gonna be his first full length, but I don't know what happened with that. This just so happens to be the full length. And yeah, this is the most recent vinyl pressing. I think it was pressed in early or mid 2022, and it comes with it's either a demo or EP. It starts with a B. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, obviously, but comes with that. And I think that has like 3 or 5 tracks, like 3 tracks and 2 instrumentals, which is just as good as the full length. Like, I have not heard that until I got this vinyl, and it's funny. I got this vinyl. Like, I actually was obsessed with this album when I got the vinyl. Like right before I got the vinyl, and because I've only been in a black metal for like 4.5 years, but I got into this, and I was like, in the vinyl, NWN gets this, and I ordered that shit ASAP. And it's funny, for some reason I didn't listen to the second disc, the second LP, for like a week after I got it. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I not listening to this? And then I put it on, I'm like, holy fuck, it's fucking some demo or some shit. It's really fucking good. I personally haven't heard it, but like I said, I haven't been into black metal that long. But with this version, it shows 8 tracks, but then you have the tracks on disc 2. I mean, this is just an album. I guess I should get the story of how I got into Satanic Warmaster. So the first album I heard was Carrion Satanist Madness, which I think that's a lot of people's first impression of him. I mean, that's probably his most praised album, and I got the vinyl with that probably like very early 2022, probably a bit over 3 years from now. It was right when Hell's Headbanger got the vinyl, so maybe even late 2000, probably early 2022. But yeah, that was my first impression of him, and yeah, I was blown away. I mean, that's like his crown jewel to a lot of fans. And then I remember I got the Opferblut CD from Hell's Headbangers next. I really like that, and then I'm like, I gotta check out this debut album, because I personally like this album cover. and I checked it out, and I was like, holy fuck, like with Raging Winter off rip, yeah, I forget the song titles, but with Raging Winter off rip, like just slowly as every minute passed getting into that song, I was just absorbing it all in, like completely blown away. And then New Black Order hits, which that song's like, what, almost like 8 minutes, or right over 8 minutes, and that just kept enhancing the high I was getting while listening to this record. My favorite tracks are The Burning Eyes of the Werewolf, Wolves of Blood and Iron, whatever, like, I don't know if that's German for song 6, Der Schwarzorder. That's one of my favorites too. Those are probably my top 3. Fucking The Burning Eyes of the Werewolf, Wolves of Blood and Iron, and Der Schwarzorder, if I'm probably not pronouncing that right. But yeah, those are definitely my standouts for this. But like I said, the whole album's good. Night of Retribution, like I said, the first 2 tracks, Raging Winter, A New Black Order, Strength and Honor is really good. And no, something funny about the title track, Strength and Honor. I was talking to my Finnish friend, and because I don't play guitar, at least yet, and I noticed this like a while ago, like probably right when I got into Satanic War Master. So I obviously got into CSM, Offer Blue, Strength and Honor, and I think the next album I got into was Fimbulwinter. And if some of you haven't noticed, maybe this is a known thing, but the friend from Finland who's a massive Satanic War Master fan didn't notice until I pointed it out. But track 5 on Fimbulwinter, Dragon's Egg, that starting riff with Strength and Honor starting riff, it's the same fucking riff practically. You could say the Fimbulwinter version's a revised version, but I remember I already heard this album obviously, and I heard Dragon's Egg. I'm like, why does this sound exactly like Strength and Honor? And like, I don't know why I never, talked about that with anyone. I mean, I guess it's not the most important thing in the world, but yeah, so, and I point that out to my friend in Finland, and he's like, holy fuck, that is the same riff. It might be a little like slowed down on Fimbulwinter, but yeah, it's pretty much the same fucking riff, which I thought was funny. But besides the point, yeah, I really like the title track, and Legion Werewolf's probably my least favorite as far as being included in the full length. And like I said, Night of Retribution's pretty good. I would love to score this album with the alternate cover, and that has that ambient part at the end of Night of Retribution. I wish they could have kept that, but maybe that would have made the side too long. But yeah, I would totally score that if I could. I mean, I haven't really seen that for sale yet, but also I probably haven't looked hard enough. But yeah, Strength and Honor, man, this is definitely an album that blew me away within like the first couple minutes. Here, I'll show you guys the little sheet came with it, the lyric sheet. Obviously it doesn't have the sheet with the demo attached to it, which is okay, but this whole fucking pressing is just beautiful. If I can get this shit out. Got Werewolf right here, classic young Werewolf. And like I said, you got the lyrics, 8 tracks, including Legion Werewolf, obviously. But yeah, this is just, like I said, I mean, Satanic War Master, that's a very known name in Finland, and I think he's definitely made his mark among black metal, not only with Satanic War Master, a bunch of other projects, Orlok, The True Werewolf, and obviously he has his label, Werewolf Records, pressing a bunch of good bands. So, he's definitely made his mark, and yeah, this is definitely a debut album that, blew me away. Like, I didn't need to give it multiple re-listens or anything like that. I just, like I said, within the first couple of minutes, I knew this was going to be one of my favorite albums ever. I would say this might be in my top 5 for black metal, and probably one of my all-time favorite debuts and favorite Satanic War Master records. What's up, guys? So the next album, or next debut I should say, I'm going over, I tried to pick at least one other band that's not as classic or as known, I guess. Not gonna lie, I was being a bit lazy looking through all my records, because I definitely have some debuts by some not as known bands, but I chose this one just because I do really like this debut. It's not even my favorite by this project, but I just remember hearing this debut and really liking it, even if the album after is personally my favorite. But like the point is of the video, like I said, it's if I, you know, loved it off rip, basically. It doesn't have to necessarily be my favorite in their disco, but just has to be, you know, like I said, liked it off rip. I was gonna say something else. I might try to add music for each album I say, like I did for the last video, but it said copyright within like seconds I posted it, and I guess that means, I don't know if it's gonna get taken down, but you know, that means there'd be no profit or something like that. Not that I'm making money now, not that it's about that, but like I said, I love to fucking make something, you know, but maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. I mean, I'm not making shit now, so might as well, right? But anyway, we'll get to the next video, or vinyl. It is Commodus, self-titled Commodus. I'll obviously pull it out. This is a really nice fucking pressing. I actually found this on Discogs for $45 shipped. It was just a total fucking steal. I know GoToRx recently pressed this, but you know, not the picture disc. And this shit, it came with a lot of cool shit, which I'll get to. Pull it out, give you guys a better look. Obviously, you got the Hype Beast Obi strip that GoToRx has. Nothing wrong with that. The vinyls are slipping out. Let me just make sure those do not fall. I'll show you guys the picture disc too, but yeah, I got the Hype Obi strip, really cool album cover. I mean, you can't lie, those GoToRx Obi strips are fucking very appealing to look at, even if you think it's overrated. I mean, they're still nice to look at. I think you got like, what, 12 tracks? Yeah, about 12 tracks. I'll show you guys. I got some, whatever the fuck, credits, I don't fucking know. Fucking, I forgot the dude's name behind it, like what band, or what, you know, stage name he goes by. Oh, the Infernal Emperor, or I don't really know. Honestly, I just know Commodus. That's all I know him as. But yeah, I'll show you guys the posters that came with it. Came with 2 posters, and I believe they're both double-sided, which is pretty fucking, you know, fancy. Oh, maybe they're not actually. I thought they were. Show you guys this right here. I've never hung these up yet, but definitely plan to. I don't know if you guys can make out what that is. It's upside down. That's why. Yeah, I got the dude right there. Obviously, this band's from Australia. I'm not sure if this dude's Asian. I mean, he doesn't really show what he looks like. I kind of feel like he is, but honestly, I have no fucking idea. I mean, obviously, he's really influenced by Yukio Mishima, if I'm saying his name right, the imperialist from Japan. But, you know, plenty of white people are obsessed by Japanese culture, so, you know, it doesn't mean anything. Oh, yeah, this one's double-sided. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This one is, let's see, yeah, this one's pretty cool. Got a nice green tint over the picture. Pretty badass. Show you guys the back. Like I said, this vinyl is super fucking nice. And the seller who I bought this from, obviously he didn't use the posters yet, which is pretty cool. So this shit was practically new. I mean, I don't know how much times he played it, but really fucking nice. It was in perfect condition. 45 bucks shipped. That is a good deal. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it came with a booklet. I thought it came with a booklet, but I didn't want to say that yet because I couldn't quite remember. Commodus right there. I'm wondering if this new pressing comes with any posters or booklet. I mean, it might, but I'll show you guys the back. Real cool. Yeah, so you got some cool pictures. Try to see if I can. I got some lyrics, obviously. That's what it's for. Some cool pictures right there, like on the poster. Let's see if I skip something. No, I got it. Looks like a tattoo flash sheet, but it's really cool. Yeah, it's the booklet, and show you guys the picture disc. Yeah, the thing is with some of these picture discs, man, especially like, well, specifically double picture discs, sometimes it's really hard figuring out what is A and what is C and stuff like that. At least these summoning LPs I got, like, they finally arrived. I'm not going to get into that story, but it took over 3 fucking months. But besides the point, I got those, and it's like, obviously they weren't like in the folds of the cover, and that's like, I don't fucking know what's A or B. Like, I know sometimes they're engraved in the middle, but it's like, I feel like I'm going blind or some shit. I can't read that, but let's see. Yeah, so this is A. This is, oh, touch that shit wrong. Yeah, so you got, I just dropped that shit, obviously. Try to, yeah, you got the cover right there. Got that right there for side B. Let me pick that up real quick. Yeah, so really nice. I mean, I love double picture disc. I actually remember this double picture disc arrived the same day an absurd double picture disc. The album with the revised version of all the old school tracks like Morning Soul, Dur, something, that absurd album. That came the same day this did, and I was like, how ironic, like two double picture discs fucking arrive on the same day. It was a good day. Show you guys side C and D. All right, there. Got a Commodus guy. You got that right there. Yep, super quality. Yeah, and it's probably about time I get into the music of why this was blown away. And I kind of already said that, but Wreath of A Bleeding Snowfall was my first impression of Commodus, and I really enjoyed that. And I think it did take me a little longer to appreciate Commodus with Wreath, because that was my first album. And I feel like Commodus is very rugged black metal, and it's not stereotypical. Obviously, he definitely has his own sound. There's a lot of, black metal junkies I have all over Instagram, obviously, and a lot of them say that they personally don't really listen to Commodus, or it's not their thing. So I definitely think, like, hearing Wreath for the first time, which I personally really enjoyed it, but I think I enjoyed it more as I kept listening. And then I remember I heard Demo 2 was the next release I heard, and yeah, and then I just I blind bought their debut. This is probably like a little over a year ago, and yeah, and I loved it off rip. I mean, with the, let me see, where do I put that? With the debut, you have 12 tracks, so it's a bit longer. There's an intro and outro, so whatever, 10 tracks. And yeah, the last track, what's it called? And then Nephilim Crave Out a New World. That's one of my favorite tracks. You can definitely tell by the sound that it's definitely the finisher. It just has that vibe to it. And what else? The intro is actually pretty cool. I love the name too, Black Evangelion. That's a really cool name. And not gonna lie, I'm honestly not too familiar with these song titles, and it's not even that I haven't listened to it. I've listened to this vinyl a lot, I guess. When I have a working turntable, I'm way more open to listening to new stuff by blind buying stuff, and I listen to stuff just constantly. So it's like, I don't listen to this on streaming a lot. Like, I'll gladly choose the vinyl over, streaming any day. What else? I remember it was song 7, Hair to the Line of Wolves, is really good. But yeah, like I said, the whole album's fucking great. This is definitely, I feel like I wouldn't have appreciated this as much if I wasn't already a fan of Wreath and some of the demos. So this is definitely a debut. Like I said, I liked off rip. So get a little glimpse of my Commodus debut. Picture this. Alright guys, we got one more LP I'm going to go over of a debut that I liked, instantly. And this is a band I actually talked about in my recent video, just not the same album. We'll just get to it, no point of fucking foreshadowing some shit. But it is Impaled Nazarene's debut. I don't know how to pronounce this, I can try. Tol Korms Nors. So Pale Nazarene was probably one of the first Finnish bands I got into in early 2021. I love the back cover of this too. This whole vinyl is super good in quality. Obviously, it's pressed by Osmose, and show you guys. I'll show you guys the variant too. So the first, I already said this in the last video. I actually fucking remember some shit this time. It was Pro Finland, or have you Finland? Another, I don't know how to say it. It was the word with Finland in it basically. And that album came out in what, like 2006. It had This Castrated World, Goat Sodomy. That was the first album I heard by Impaled Nazarene, like I mentioned in the last video. And like I said, then I backtracked, and this was probably, I feel like I listened to one other album on like Apple Music before this, but then I got my first Impaled Nazarene vinyl, and I decided to get the debut from Hell's Headbangers. Like I said, I got into Impaled Nazarene in like early 2021. I started collecting at the end of 2021 in October, and then I got this vinyl, I think, right when the new year of 2022 started. I actually distinctly remember I ordered this with Watain, Sworn to the Dark, and Proclamation record, Proclamation from Spain. So I remember that haul. That was a really cool haul. I remember I just, Watain wasn't a blind buy, but this was, and so was Proclamation, if I'm saying that right. But I remember I just enjoyed all of it. I was blown away by each album, even if I already knew of Watain. I mean, Sworn to the Dark is my favorite by them, but it was cool, you know, hearing it on wax. But yeah, I was blown away by Impaled Nazarene. This album is not even close to my favorite, but it's a very fun Blasphemous album. Obviously with Urge of Karma, that I think came out the same year, as way more, I don't want to say mature even, but at least more mature music-wise, and just better music-wise. But the vocals on this are just fucking insane, and the whole, I don't know if you'd call it a skip, but the jungle rape part or whatever, that part is just fucking hilarious, but also super uncomfortable. And the orgy part too, like I said, it's just a really fun Blasphemous album, and I liked it all for it, man. Like, I was just like, it was a side of Impaled Nazarene that I haven't seen until I got the vinyl, because like I said, I was more listening to their mid-2000s stuff, not their early 90s stuff. So this is like, you know, when they were, you know, just starting Impaled Nazarene specifically, and, you know, making whatever you would call this type of black metal, grindcore-esque black metal. But really fun, honestly. And I was almost laughing, but super, like, very much enjoying, like, you know, listening to this. And it's like got some blue in it. It's like a clear bluish LP. I don't know if you can see the blue. It's like a very baby light blue. Pretty cool variant. Put this back. Honestly, it's hard for me to even remember what songs are what, but like when I listen to it, I could definitely like recognize it. I mean, really the whole album, but I know the first song, I Am Purgo, My Blessing, is really good. And I love the instrumentals too, and the names. Like, what is it? Oh yeah, The Dog, Art of Vagina. That's a really good one. Impure Orgies, I assume that's the orgy song, or at least the orgy part. That's really fun. Goat Perversion's also really good. The Forest, Mortification, Blood Red Razor. I definitely probably like side A a little more than side B, but like I said, they're all relatively good. Yeah, man, I just like this whole album. Like I said, side A is definitely probably my favorite, but yeah, I was definitely blown away when I first heard this. And like I said, it showed me a new side of Impaled Nazarene and made me appreciate them more. And then that's when I remember I listened to Urge of Karma next, and yeah, that's probably my favorite album. Maybe that's basic, but I think Mika's vocals peak on that, even if I like his vocals on other releases. But, you know, this is definitely up there with my favorite. No matter how immature and a bit retarded it is at times, it's still a really good classic Finnish black metal. I mean, it's not, you know, just black metal, but it's still a classic among Finland. And yeah, definitely heard this shit off rip. And I will probably put it to an end with this video. My last video, I'm surprised it's gotten the views it's gotten, because I didn't really mean to make it that long. That shit's like 43 minutes. Like, appreciate all you guys watching that, or even if you didn't watch it the whole way through, just watching it a little. But yeah, I didn't mean to make it that long, so I'll probably make this one a bit shorter. But yeah, so this is going to go on my YouTube, which is Deathspells_666, and obviously I'm going to post my preview on gay-ass TikTok that I never use. Like I said, for TikTok, I'll make a few posts and then just leave it the fuck alone, because I really can't stand that up. But obviously I'll post on my Instagram, Antichrist Vomit Chalice, same as my TikTok. Appreciate you guys watching.